Hello, my dear students. This is Shraddha Namdev, your science teacher from Holy Hearts Educational Academy. Students, before giving you the explanation of the chapter, let me introduce the chapter. Children, have you all heard the word matter? I think so. You all must have heard it, but you all don't know the meaning of matter. So I will tell you. Matter is anything which occupies space is known as matter. Matter, it can be like your pencil box, your tiffin bag, tiffin box, your pencil box, or your bag, bed, table, chair. It can be anything which occupies space is known as matter. Children, it can be in three forms, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. So in this chapter we will talk about the gaseous state of matter, that is air. As we all know that air is present everywhere and air is all around us. So this is the name of the chapter, that is air is all around us. And in this chapter we will discuss the topics like composition of air, then respiration in organism, then atmosphere, and in the end uses of air. Yes children, as we are talking about air, children, how do we know, how do we feel the presence of air? Yes, as we know that air is the gaseous state of matter and is invisible to us. That means we cannot see air, but we can feel air. Yes, so how do we realize the presence of air? So for that, let me give you some examples which will help you to understand that. Like if you rapidly move the hand fan, you can feel the presence of air. Or if you put some bits of paper in front of the moving table fan, you can again see that the bits of paper are blown away. Or if you go outside the surrounding, you can see the plants or the leaves of the trees are waving. Then also it shows the presence of air. So in and outside you can feel the presence of air. That means air is present everywhere. Yes children. So children, as we know that moving air is called wind, but when this wind speed is very high, that means it is at very high speed, it can even uproot the trees and also the electric poles. Then this wind, high speed wind, is known as storm. Yes children, as we are talking about air children, so our earth is surrounded by the envelope of air, that is known as atmosphere. The layer of the earth is known as atmosphere. All of you know that without air no living organisms can survive. That means all the living organisms need air for their survival. It can be plants also and animals also. That means all living organisms need air for their survival. Yes children, let us see one activity to prove that air is present everywhere and also air occupies space. So for that children, you all have to take one bowl, an empty bottle. In that bowl you will fill water. Yes, and you will invert the bottle from the mouth inside that bowl. What you will observe, the water will not enter inside that bottle. Why does this happen? This happens because the air which is present inside that bottle is not allowing the water to enter, as it is applying pressure in the downward position, and the water is applying pressure in the upward position. But as soon as you tilt the bottle little bit, if you will tilt the bottle, you will see the water will soon rush inside that bottle. Now why does this happen? This happens because the air from the bottle, inside the bottle, rushes outside and there is space for the water to enter, and thus the water enters. and when you tilt the bottle you will see the bubbles coming out, which shows the presence of air, that air will rush out from that bottle. Yes, so from this activity we conclude that air is transparent and colorless, and also air occupies space. Now children, let me tell you that what is air made up of. Till the 18th century, scientists believed that air was one just substance and it was used by the living beings and for combustion. What do you mean by combustion? Combustion means burning. Later on, they found that it was a mixture of gases and it consists of water vapor and also dust particles. To prove all these things are present in air, we will perform different activities. So, to prove water vapor is present in air, let me explain you one activity which you can perform it at home. Children, what you all have to do, you all have to take one glass and take some ice cubes and put it in that glass. Keep it for few minutes. Yes, after few minutes you will observe some droplets of water outside the glass, but chilled water was inside, but still you can see the droplets are outside the glass. Now from where these droplets of water has come? These droplets are nothing, they are water vapor which has been cooled down. Now how this cooling has been done, I will tell you. Now children, what happened, that as soon as you keep it for few minutes, the air nearby the glass, what happens, as you know that air contains water vapor, but the air near the glass is being cooled because of the chilled water present inside that glass, and that air which has been cooled has cooled the vapors, and those vapors are being collected outside the glass and they have been converted into droplets. So hence from this activity we conclude that air contains water vapor. Yes children, is it clear to you all? Now to prove that air contains dust particles also. So for that, what you all have to do, you all have to go in a dark room where there is no light. You have to take one torch also along with you. Now when you switch on the torch, what you will observe? You will observe some beam of light, and in that beam of light you will observe some particles moving in the zigzag direction, and those particles are nothing, they are the dust particles. Yes, from this activity again we conclude that air contains dust particles. Children, did you know that why your parents often scolds you when you inhale air from your mouth? Why does this happen? This happens because, children, that when you inhale air from the mouth, this dust particles enters your respiratory system and it can make you ill. But when you inhale air from the nostril, that means fine hairs are present and mucus is present, which prevents these dust particles from entering the respiratory system. So that is why your parents often scolds when you inhale air from your mouth. I hope from these activities are clear to you. In the next activity, I will explain it to you about that air contains different types of gases. Through the activity, I will explain it to you, and thank you.